In this video, I'm going to walk you through some problems involving equations in two variables. So without further ado, the first question is asking us to determine whether the point 5, 19 is a solution to the equation y equals 6x minus 9. So let's talk about this point 5, 19. Now that's not just some random point. What they're telling us is that we have x comma y. The 5 is the x and the 19 is the y. The x always comes first. So in this equation, where we see y, we have to put 19. And where we see x, we put 5. So it's substitution. And 6 times 5 is 30. So we can simplify this. And what's 30 minus 9? 31, or 21, sorry. Now, what we are left with is a false statement, right? This is a statement. 19 is not equal to 21, so this is false. So it's either this one or this one. And since it's false, it's not a solution. So it has to be this one. This one says not a solution and false. Okay. Question 2. All right. It's the same thing. Um you have an x, y, 3, 8, and we have an equation. And where we see y, we put 8, and where we see x, we put 3. So these aren't always going to be true. We have to check. So as we go through each one, it's sort of a question. Are they equal? Are they equal? Are they equal? Is 8 equal to 8? Yes. So this is a true statement, and that means it's a solution. So we want the one that says true. So it's either A or B because they both have true. And because it's true, it is a solution. All right. Try to make these videos kind of fast just to guide you guys through the homework. All right. Whew, we have y equals 9x. That's our equation. And this is called a table. Now, this may look a little unfamiliar because it's written horizontally. Typically, you'd see this. So maybe we rewrite it. Some people call it a t-chart. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. I can't see my screen if it's a 3 or not. No, that's it. Okay. So what are we doing? For each one, well, we have this sort of hint, right? Each one, these two go together. Okay, so they've already done the first one, meaning they plugged in -2 for x. If you do that, get y is 9 times -2. 9 times -2 is -18. So that's how they got that. We just have to do the rest that way. So the next one we're going to use x is -1. 9 times -1 is -9. So that's the next answer would go there. -9 here. When you plug in 0, you get 9 times 0. That's just 0. When you plug in 1, well, you can see up here we got 9 times -1 was -9. So it's kind of obvious that 9 times 1 is +9. And then 9 times 2 is 18. So there's a pattern after that. Okay. That's how you do that one. Okay. Uh, this is the same thing, guys. So there's a little more algebra to be done. Um, so let's just do a couple of these. So for the first one, we're given y. So this is our function. So we know y is -2. We don't know what x is. So the only thing we can do is multiply 6 and -2. That's -12 plus 2x equal to 4. So at this point, it's not really clear what we have to do. We probably need some instructions. So what you want to do is solve for x. The instructions are solve for x. That's really what we're doing for all of these. This is not really doing anything other than solving for x, given some y. So first thing we're going to do is flip the -12 like this, because it looks a little easier to do it that way. And then that tells us we want to add 12 to both sides, because we want to eventually get x by itself. So if we add 12 to 4, we get 2x equals 16. And then divide both sides by 2, we get x is equal to 8. Okay. So you can do them all that way. All right. x. I don't want to do all of these, but that should help. This is the same thing. We're given a x this time, so we have y equals 3 minus 4x. Let's do the first two. So when we plug in 0 for x, we get y equals 3 minus 4 times 0, 3 minus 0, right? 4 times 0 is 0, so this is just 3. We plug in 1 for this one, for this y, we get 3 minus 4 times 1. Well, that's 3 minus 4. Now, when you have a bigger number minus a smaller number, the answer is going to be negative. So we know our answer is negative. And it's the same as the negative of the bigger minus the smaller. So it's the negative of that, which is negative 1, because 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay, and you can do the rest the same. Question 6 is this is a really important question to go over. So what happens a lot is you sometimes get, especially when plotting lines, so if you're using MyLab Math or just trying to graph by hand, when you have a fractional slope, right? We have a slope intercept form. When this is a fraction, same with this, but more so m, it's going to be harder to pick. So what they're saying here is if you were trying to plot this and you picked x is 5, right? Normally, if we didn't have a fraction, that's fine. But if you pick x as 5, we have 5 times 4 is 20 over 9. There's more work. So this is still not simplified because of our selection, right? So when you plot a line, you need 2 points, 2 x values. We've picked a bad point. What they're getting at is if you pick a good point, think of one, well, what guides you? If you know that 9's what's causing the problem, think of a number that would get rid of that problem. So 9 would, certainly 0 would. But they don't really want us to think of 0. They want 9, 18, 27, 36. Why? Because for all of them, 4 ninths times 9 is 4. 4 ninths times 18 is, well, 18 over 9 is 2, so this is 8. If you did 27, 4 ninths times 27, the 27 and 9, they cancel, give you a 3. It's just 12. Okay, and then 36. We go on, we just keep adding multiples of 9, but 36 over 9 is 4, so 4 times 4 is 16. So any multiple of 9 is going to get rid of that. Okay, you can try the other answers, but they won't work. So this is multiples of 9. Okay, and the last few, that we've done this, so just plug in. Okay, same thing, just a little bit of work. We have a double negative, but that's not too difficult. And this is like one of the earlier problems, so I think that will help a good amount for this section. So if you liked the video, let me know. Thank you.